Do you have a key fob that looks like this? You can film all you want. I'm not being rude, I'm not being disrespectful. You walked into a building that I was taking my dog out and pushed your way in. No. Who are you going up to the fourth floor to see? No, I want to know who you're going to see.
So now you gotta follow me.
I am.
In today's news of white people who won't mind their own fucking business, today we have Hillary Brooke, also known as Condo Cathy, who took it upon herself to follow and harass De'Arion Tolles as he was trying to enter the building to get into his own apartment. She was so afraid, in fact, that she decided to forego taking Fluffy out to piss and proceeded to get on the elevator when he finally pushed past her. Get on the elevator with a man that she was insecure about and was a complete stranger. Get on the elevator and followed him to his apartment where he actually, in fact, opened his own apartment door and walked inside. 30 minutes later, the cops showed up, as of course we knew they would, and basically he had to prove that he in fact lived there. Now, let's bring it back a little bit. First things first, De'Arion had the patience of 1,000 saints. I will even say 1,000,000 saints, because had it been anyone else, she probably would have got mushed in her face. And please, please let Hillary Brooks know that had it been a black woman, she would have got knocked the entire fuck out. Okay, that's first things first. We know he was probably being patient because we know that had he pushed her down, even though he had every right to knock her the fuck out in that moment or to push her down, we would be talking about him in the past tense. The late De'Arion Tolles, right? Anyway, so again, this woman pretending that she was so afraid and she's just looking out for the neighborhood and looking out for the condo, proceeds to get on the elevator with a complete stranger. Now, if she was so afraid of him, why on earth would she get on the elevator with someone she did not know, right? And then proceed to follow him all the way to his apartment. Now, depending on where this was, had she even entered his apartment, he could have actually killed her, right? But again, this is a black man we're talking about. More than likely, he would have gotten killed. This just goes to show you that no matter how much money we make, no matter what kind of car we drive, no matter how far we make it in life, we will always, as black people, have to prove ourselves. D.L. Hughley said it best. He said, the worst place to live for a black person is inside the imagination of a white person. They think that we're scary. We're always scary to them. So they will always, always think that whatever we are doing, no matter if we are having a barbecue, we are selling water on the street, we are visiting our friends at college, we are driving a nice car down the street, we are sleeping in the dorm common room. It does not matter. We are a threat and the police should be called. Let's take the example of the New York woman who decided to try to Emmett Till a little black boy by telling everyone that he sexually assaulted her and proceeded to pretend to call the police. Now, of course, when the surveillance showed that he in fact was not even touching her pancake flat ass, but his backpack brushed up against her, she then decided to say she was sorry. Now, of course, we know Emmett Till died for this very thing, for being accused of doing something he didn't do. He was lied on, and we know how these things happen. De'Arion could have gotten killed last night. Thank God that people are recording these things these days. Just think, if this had not been recorded, if that event in New York hadn't been recorded, if the whole permit patty thing hadn't been recorded. There's a ton of things I could put on here to talk about this. If they had not been recorded, these men and women could be dead today. And we are sick of it. We are absolutely sick that this is happening all the time. White people, you need to mind your own fucking business. Looking at some of the comments today, I saw people saying, of course, if he had just shown her his little keypad, if he had just shown her his key, he didn't have to do any goddamn thing. He lived there. He had the right to be there. She doesn't have the right to harass him. So of course now it's coming out that she actually worked as a property manager for a property, and now they're distancing themselves from them and saying that she no longer works for them. Of course they are going to distance themselves because they know that that was a racist move. I'm tired of people always making excuses for racists like that. And if you don't mind people harassing you every single time you walk into your apartment, then you as big of a racist as she is. Take care, y'all. Later.